Yeah, today is Monday and it's a holiday in Alberta. It's called Family Day. And it was supposed to be busy. I spent 7.5 hours on the road in my Jeep. Made $50. So basically, I think I'm ready to throw in the towel and get back to driving a truck, because it's just no freight broker leads. Photography died. At least now I have 5Q, class 5 with air brakes, so I can drive a single drive axle truck with air brakes. But it looks like definitely in Alberta, once you get your class 3, which allows you to drive a truck with tandem drives, like a heavy 10-ton truck, there's much more opportunities. I just saw something. They're paying like $30 an hour. It's long shifts, 12-hour shifts, but no weekends. But you need class 3 with at least 1 year of experience. And speaking of experience, which reminds me that my driver file in Alberta at the registry, at the DOT office, still has the error. When I ask him to look up my old license, what did I come with from Ontario, they said you came with class 5 and Q endorsement. And first off, Ontario does not have numbers for classes of licenses, they have letters, right? So when I came in, I had AZ. A is tractor trailer, which is class 1 here, and Z or Z is air brakes, which is Q here. And they say, well, we don't know, but it shows here that you came with class 5 and air brakes endorsement. So at least I was able to get that air brakes endorsement back, but class 5. So I found my old, which is actually not that old. It's only, I got it in August 22, which when I was getting ready to extend my insurance. And over here it clearly says, where? Class A. And so tomorrow morning, I'm gonna go to the DOT office or registry and talk to them and see if they can update my file, because it might be helpful if I do decide to get my class 3, because I definitely I was thinking about getting like into this crazy Uber taxi stuff, right? But then after reading all these surveys and articles, I realized that it's even worse than what I do now. At least now I can choose high paying orders. Like yesterday, for example, I did a total of 50 kilometers. I made $125, of course, all Canadian currency, but because I was choosing orders that were paying quite good, but with taxi, you're gonna put too many miles, definitely too many kilometers on your vehicle. And then people keep commenting about escort pilot jobs, is that these guys probably have no clue how many kilometers or miles these guys drive. And I can tell you from experience, because I talked to many of these drivers before, when I was hauling oversized loads, they do like 100,000 miles a year, okay, 160K a year here in Canada. Because if there's a good oversized load in Texas coming to Alberta, they would drive all the way to Texas, and of course they have no logbooks. And basically, you drive like 20 hours a day to get to that, Port of Houston or Laredo, Texas. I don't know, but that would be for me to increase my income right now. Probably that's the easiest job is because I already have my driver's license, right? It's not like my record is not too bad, so I can get into this escort pilot business, maybe start working for somebody. But again, I would definitely kill my Jeep much faster than with deliveries. I can tell you that, because that's for sure. Because right now I'm averaging 100 kilometers a day, 60 miles a day only, and I can still make like just above minimum wage. But something gotta change because I'm at the bottom. I owe money everywhere, so I gotta do some drastic course change, and that's what this video is about. And so, which is interesting, what I learned, like for me, like right now, right, a couple of years ago, they introduced this minimum requirements for new class 1 drivers, right? So now if you're new, to get into class 1 or just a driver of a tractor trailer, it costs $10,000, right? If you can prove that you have experience, and that's one of the reasons I want to update my file at the registry. Just give me a break. I didn't have class 5. I had class 1A. But if you do have, if you can prove to them that you have experience, it's only $4,000 to get back your AZ. Which brings an interesting point, one I've been thinking about. I went back to Ontario websites and I searched, how do you renew your license that expired? And on one website, some trucking school in Ontario posted that if it's within 3 years, it's pretty straightforward. That's what they say, and I quote. So basically, I had my Ontario license taken back. They took it at the Alberta registry or DOT office, right? And they gave me Alberta license. That was October 22. So October 23 was 1 year. Now we are in end of February, right? So I'm still within 3 years, which is kind of interesting. Is that if I go back to Ontario and I rent an apartment or I rent a mailbox like I used to before, and I say, hey, I'm sick and tired of Alberta, I'm moving, I tried it, doesn't go well with me, I want to live in Ontario, without having to pay $4,000. Because honestly, at this point, I see that I think, I have to get back to trucking, just, not because I really want to, but because, that's where all my experience is. And when I was searching online postings for driver jobs, you can see right away that as soon as it says class 1, it definitely pays better, except that one, with garbage collection, class 3, they paid pretty good, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to collect garbage for for a living. And so that's something to think about. So, either I go back to Ontario and tell them I'm moving from Alberta, and then I have to change my Alberta license for Ontario license and my Alberta medical insurance card for Ontario health insurance. And then I can get my AZ or class 1. And then either I find a job over there and I don't know, maybe sell my apartment over here, because now I'm $100,000 over. Well, I can profit if I sell this now. But if I wait longer, I'm pretty sure I can make even more money, because the rents, like rental apartments keep rising up in price. But the only problem is that in Ontario, rentals are super expensive. Like apartment like this, 1-bedroom apartment would definitely cost over $2,000, like I know a guy here in Calgary, and he's just renting, but he has a 2-bedroom apartment, and he said at first it was $1,000 a month, and it became $1,300, and now he says they just sent him a notice that March 1st or April 1st, whatever, it's gonna be $1,800. Like, rentals are crazy. It's just this definitely a waste of time, but you know, it's still something. Like over there, right in Ontario, I had this very valuable AZ or Class 1 AZ license, and I'm still within that 3-year window when it's supposedly, allegedly, easy to get it back, you know, because that's definitely, you know, like I said, here for me to get this back I have to pay $4,000, you know. And why I did not do it when I moved here, it's because honestly I did not think that I would want to drive you know, tractor trailers again. I thought, hey, I can make some money as a freight broker, photographer, or whatever. But it's not as easy as I thought it would be. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this next few days and think things over, but definitely some big changes are coming, and hopefully my channel will be a bit more interesting because of this. But the plan now is, yeah, to get back to trucking. So it's either class 3 in Alberta, or go back to Ontario and get my class 1 or AZ, and just maybe get some, you know, I don't know, some local job, you know, driving tractor trailers with the dash camera and GoPro on my head. We'll see. Stay tuned. More to come.